Hi grade 12s, my name is Mr. Mine. I'm going to be doing in part 2 of question 27 for CSNOW. That question being evaluate the impact of the following types of investments. So we want positives and negatives. That's what impact is evaluating, what is kind of throwing out there for you. So we chuck up a little table here. We've got shares over here. We got fixed deposits, shares from companies, fixed deposits normally with the bank. We have our positives, negatives. So here we go. So when it comes to shares, the more shares you have, the more of a dividend you get. Obviously, the dividend per share, depending on how much that is. So it can be quite a lot of money the more shares you own. The next up is you can sell them and buy them as much as you like on the Johannesburg Securities Exchange. That's its function. It allows that transferred freely between different people. You can't do this with, say, a private company. It's only with public companies. And then obviously the company itself doesn't have the obligation to pay you. They generally do this on years that are good and in years they feel they can afford it. It's not always when they make profit, it's on when they decide that they can afford it. The risk can be super high, as can be seen during COVID. Companies can go under and you can pretty much lose everything. And as the case is with ordinary shares, you are last in line to get any sort of payment. Well, that's shares from the positive and negative side, 2 and 2. Dividend, transferred, obligation, risk is high. Fixed deposit, on the other hand, is with the bank. You get an interest is fixed over that period of time, which means during bad years you're doing better, and during good years you're not doing so good. But your rate is fixed, which is nice for long investments. You can choose the investment period. This does come with some negatives, however, but it does mean you can choose it when it first starts. 24, 36, 48, even longer in terms of months. Generally, the longer the fixed deposit account is, the more you're going to get out of it. But that does lead me to the negative that you cannot withdraw your money. So if you invest tomorrow, you have to wait that 24 months, etc., to get your money. No exceptions. So it is one of the downsides of it. So you've got to make sure that you don't need that cash. And last one, if that account is not earning better than inflation, generally your money is not growing. So if inflation is at 6% and your return is at 6%, then you're not actually making money. Your money is actually just staying at the same value. You want your investment return to always be higher than inflation. Let's chuck some pictures in here. So if we have a look here, more shares owned, more dividends. That's showing you the little hand. We can sell and buy between each other on the JSE, Johannesburg Securities Exchange. We have no obligation to pay out. And then the risk can be very high. It is one of those things the company can go over. I mean, a lot of companies did not see COVID coming, and guess what happened? A lot of them went under. Fixed deposits means that you get a fixed rate, nice little lock. It's locked in. The rate is locked even during bad years. You can choose how long you'd like to leave your money with the bank. The longer the better. Generally that's what they like. But you cannot withdraw it. The money's not going to come out before that due date is realized. And if your money is not getting a good return on investment, as in the rate that you agreed to isn't higher than inflation, you're not doing very well. So that inflation is very, very important. And that's why you kind of have to keep up to date with what is the inflation rate. Some countries are far worse, like, for example, Venezuela, Zimbabwe have inflation rates in the hundreds, if not thousands of percent. We're sitting at like 5 or 6 or something like that. So we're not doing bad at all. Okay, I'm going to take away all of these. Okay, taking away all the facts. Let's check up some keywords. The more shares, the higher the dividend payout. Easily transferred on the JSE. Negatives, no obligation to pay it out. The risk is super high. With our fixed deposit, we get a nice fixed rate. See, fixed. And obviously we have an investment period. We can choose that. We cannot withdraw our money before we have reached that date. And we have to make sure it's higher than inflation, because if it's not, we're actually losing money. Okay, so that's important. Have a quick look, taking those away. I'd like you to fill those out in your book. Try and use the pictures to remind you of what each fact is. And in this case, it's 2 marks per fact. So just try and remember not just one word, try sentences. I wish you luck. I hope this video helped. Thank you and goodbye.